Hi everybody!
Hello, how are you?
Welcome to this special in the Camino de Santiago, in our research in the Camino de Santiago. Today we are in beautiful Pontevedra.
Pontevedra, Ponte de Piedra.
Ponte de Piedra, stone bridge. That's what the city of Pontevedra means. We are already in Spain. We have crossed the border and we have made it all the way into Spain, and we are in Galicia. Okay, so shall we start a little bit on our journey in here? Let's turn the camera around. Okay, so all the pilgrims in the Camino de Santiago, they are welcomed by this church. The church, it is called the Church of the Pilgrim Mary, and it is quite peculiar because it has the shape of a scallop shell. This is that we are in the Camino de Santiago, and this church pays tribute to all the pilgrims that come all the way from Bayonne in France, all the way to here. Okay, Bayonne in France, imagine, it's where we come from. So they have been walking for 34 days to reach all the way to here. Okay, so really, it's a beautiful, beautiful tribute. And right at the door of this church, we have a parrot. And what on earth? Hey, James! Hello, how are you doing?
Parrot.
You might be wondering what on earth a parrot is doing here. Well, it's not a parrot. It is a very important parrot for the city. It has a name. His name is Ravachol. Hey, Jorge, good afternoon. So this is the parrot Ravachol. Well, let's leave it here. Let's start walking so we can discover a little bit. What about him? He was a parrot of a pharmacist. No, it was from a pharmacist here in town. There we are. That's the parrot. And the thing is that this parrot, he would go to here. He would come with his boss every day to here, because there was a lot of tertulias, talks, and he would listen to all the talks. Everybody in town loved the parrot big time. And when he died in 1913, it became a tribute to him. Everybody would come here to talk with the parrot, okay? The thing is that he died in Carnival, and ever since here in the city of Pontevedra, in Carnival, at the end of Carnival, what they celebrate is the death of Ravachol, the parrot, and what they do is they burn a paper cardboard parrot, okay? So that's the story.
They dress like parrots also?
They do?
They do.
Oh, okay, they dress like parrots as well. Okay, so here we are in Pontevedra, okay? This is the name of the city where we are today. One of the things that I love about Pontevedra is that they do have so many plazas, and everything is in the plazas, the squares everywhere. One of the largest one, it is this one, the Plaza de la Ferreira.
Ferreria?
Ferreria, which is the iron makers, okay?
Yeah.
So
look at the plazas, Fran. They are all covered because it rains a lot here, so people could walk and they could just stay covered.
So this is a very important thing in Galicia. Everywhere around Galicia, you're gonna find arcades in all the plazas, because here it rains, and when it rains, it really rains in Galicia. Okay, if it rains, then guess what? You're gonna have beautiful flowers. One of the beautiful flowers, traditional from Galicia, are the camellias. The camellia trees are gorgeous all around Galicia. These ones are a little bit faded already, but they give us the entrance to this beautiful church, the Church of San Pedro. Oh, sorry, San Francisco. Somebody's gonna kill me. He changed my name, for God's sakes. Anyway, the thing about this plaza is that it's called the Ferrerias. Ferrerias comes from the Latin word ferro, which is hierro, iron, because here in Galicia there's a lot of iron. And especially the Catholic kings Isabella and Ferdinand, when they, imagine, 1492 they discover America, and the army requires so much. So much iron. And so what they say is that all the Spanish army has to be dressed with the forges that they were here. And when I mean here, I mean literally
here
in the Plaza de las Ferrerías, okay? The square of the iron makers. So that's why this square is called that way, which I think it's beautiful. A little bit about the history of the origin of this beautiful town. Well, most of the people say that it's a Roman city. we do have some megalithic and, prehistorical.
I think it was here. It was here before. Like, yeah, it was more Celt city.
Yeah.
Even the Romans invaded them.
Well, there's a beautiful legend that I love. There's the legend of Teucro, which it was a Trojan hero who was expelled from Troy. Yeah, Troy, like the Troy War.
Troy in Greece.
Yeah. So he was expelled by his father and he kicked him out. And he was guided by a mermaid all the way to here to found the city of Pontevedra. So that's what the history says.
Who knows?
Who knows?
This is a museum.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
Pontevedra.
it's the Museum of Pontevedra.
Nice.
Yep. See. Okay. So that's a little bit of the origin. Then by the 12th century, as we were in the Camino de Santiago, really it became a very powerful plaza, a really powerful place. So it was really a really good emplacement.
You have to be careful in Pontevedra because you find like 100 stairs.
Yeah.
And then you've got some stairs in front, so be careful.
I shall be
To
careful.
the left and
There we
careful.
go. Yeah. Okay. So
There are about 100 cafes here.
yes, so many cafes. I love the cafes.
It's Sunday evening and they are closed.
Yeah.
Many, but about 100.
Anyway, by the 15th, 16th century, it was the most powerful port in Galicia. Okay, so really, it was huge. There was a lot of fishing and trading. Okay, so really, it was a very, very important. Well, we have made it to our next plaza, which is the Plaza de la Leña. What does leña mean?
Wood.
Wood.
To burn in the stove.
There we go. So
Chopped wood.
the thing is that here we do have a lot of iron, but we also have a lot of rain. Look, today is kind of cloudy. So there are a lot of trees. And in this plaza is where all the people who would cut the trees in the forest and make charcoal, they would come over here to sell it, okay? Which I think is beautiful.
And it's really necessary because it's cold here, cold and wet, so you need to warm it up.
They would come every day here to sell the wood for the fires, to keep up the houses warm, for the forges. I mean, we have said that there's a lot of these forges being done here. They needed a lot of iron. Bread makers, everybody would use wood in here. So this plaza was very, very important. These days, back from the 1400s, okay, from the 15th century, as well as this crusade, which is gorgeous. Okay,
Cruzeiro.
let's continue in Gallego, Cruzeiro.
Because they speak
Look,
Gallego.
I love one of the things about Pontevedra is that you can get lost, and it's easy because there's like an almond shape around the city, so it's impossible to get lost. But you find all of these little passages and gorgeous. So really, it's one of those things that it's difficult to get lost, but it's one of the places that I would recommend everybody to try to get lost. By the way, one of the cool things about Pontevedra, something that I love, okay, and this one, it's a lesson that we should, all our majors should have, is that the city of Pontevedra was the first city in the world that made the old quarter, the historical quarter of town, only for pedestrians. So really, it's a lesson. And they still have it, okay? Early in the mornings, obviously, deliveries have to come in and out, and garbage trucks, all of that has to work. But the rest of the day, everything is for us, pedestrians. So having a hotel inside of Pontevedra...
You go around and it's fantastic.
It's beautiful.
The houses.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful...
Staying in a hotel in the city center is important.
Yes.
So you can have a view of that. All the houses are in stone.
Yes, it's stone. There's so much stone around here. That's probably a good one. I know. The stonework all around.
Even the new ones.
Yeah, everything is made in stone. But in Galicia, all around Galicia, you're going to find stone houses, which is...
Well, it's normal. It rains a lot. You don't want them to get...
You don't want
down.
wooden structures. You need much strong. Okay, we reach another plaza. As I said, we have said the 100,000. This is La Plaza de la Verdura, the vegetable square. Guess what was here? Obviously, the market. Ta-da! So this was the marketplace of town. We're talking 1330. there's a writing explaining that all the fruit and vegetable vendors would come to this plaza to sell. Okay, so
Great.
we're talking from the 1300s. Okay, we have this beautiful iron fountain. There are 4 in the city. One of the tricks or one of the fun things in the city is to go find the 4 iron fountains, which I love.
Well, one of them here.
One of them is here in Plaza de la Verdura. We have talked about the camellia trees. Well,
Oh,
those were baby camellia trees. Take a look at these humongous camellia trees. I mean, oh my God, they are so beautiful, right in the heart of the city. An amazing thing. And if we're Spanish, if there's something we love, are cafes, bars, and
I
all
was
of this.
thinking maybe I could convince you afterwards to go for some tapas and a cafe.
We are going for some tapas and forget the cafe. We need a wine.
Okay, you're in
This is a
Spain.
great wine region, by the way.
Yeah.
The north of Spain is a great wine region. You have Alvarinho, you
Alvarinho.
have
Okay, I'll drink an Alvarinho then.
Vino
Fine.
Verde. You have so much wine everywhere around.
Yeah, and then
So
we've got
here we
somebody
have one of the big plazas where everybody comes and has tapas. As you can see, we have all of these bars everywhere around. It's beautiful. This is culture that we have here.
This is the Plaza Méndez Núñez.
Oh,
but
sorry, yeah.
This is Valle Inclán.
This is the main plaza called Méndez
Méndez
Núñez. This is
Not
culture. It is Valle Inclán, one of the most important writers in Spain. He's not from here, but he spent some time here
Yeah, he lived here for
in
some.
Pontevedra, and people in town loves Valle Inclán. Okay, so guess what? I think we're done.
Yeah, done.
There's much more to Pontevedra, so if somebody wants to learn about Pontevedra, one of the best ways is to join our Porto to Santiago tour. We will
great.
stop over here. So Pontevedra is a town to discover, and that's it. If you want to know about our Porto to Santiago tour, we're going to have it in May this year, and we will repeat it again for next year. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for joining in. We shall see you tomorrow. We'll see where we're going to be broadcasting, because tomorrow it's going to be miserably raining. So we'll see where we are going to be, what we're going to be able to do. Okay, so
Even with rain, it's nice.
it's beautiful with rain. Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.